Hi, I'm Patrick Maloney. I'm here with my colleague Jane Sims. We're both reporters with the London Free Press and lfpress.com. We're at the London courthouse at the end of day one of the long-awaited criminal trial of Mayor Joe Fontana. And Jane, it seems that the case is revolving around a $1,700 check. Walk us, the viewers, through that.
Well, first of all, $1,700 doesn't seem like much, maybe, in the scheme of things, but it is sort of the journey of that $1,700 and the confusing journey of it that is what is making this trial so compelling. We have Joe and Vicky Fontana signing a contract back in October of 2004 and making a $1,700 deposit.
This is at the Marconi Club.
Exactly,
yeah.
for their son's wedding. And then, mysteriously, the same contract that they signed shows up with the House of Commons and $1,700 paid out for a doctored contract that our mayor has admitted today he changed.
And to me, that's the most fascinating part of the first day, was that there was an admission by his lawyer, Gord Cudmore, who I think has a great style in the courtroom, but he admitted right at the beginning, yes, we admit that the date, the signature, and the purpose of the receipt, which was changed from wedding to just a general reception, was changed. He was asked about that, whether or not it was illegal to change documents before you submit them in Ottawa as a political expense. Here's what he had to say.
Isn't that some sort of admission of guilt or something?
Not at all.
What is it then?
It's just stating the facts. We've never denied that. The purpose, what the trial's about is the purpose of that $1,700 check. Not whether the document was changed or anything like that. What was the document changed, what was the purpose of it, and what was the purpose of the check, and that's what the trial's about.
But it's okay to change documents and submit them for expenses?
Sure, if you're doing it for a legitimate purpose.
What was the purpose?
You'll see.
Can we expect to see Mayor Fontana on the stand?
You may not. I haven't decided yet.
So I suppose he suggested today that the evidence is going to bear out that there was a legitimate reason for changing the document and then submitting it for an expense claim. Anything else jump out at you today from the trial?
Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, with that document that's been doctored, one of the astonishing things to me is that Joe Fontana's own wife's signature was covered up and he put his own signature on it.
Yeah.
But then we watched a fascinating video, at least the last half of it was extremely fascinating, of the RCMP interview with the mayor. And in that interview, it seems that Mr. Fontana is suggesting that at some points that he's not really sure if he even signed anything.
Yeah, and the interview, of course, was with Constable Sean Devine, an RCMP officer, and that was the day of the arrest. And what struck me was how cool, confident, chit-chatty, friendly the mayor, gregarious the mayor was with him. The entire first hour of this video, which is about 2.5 hours, I think, is just them chit-chatting. Devine's a London native, grew up in the East End. They both visited Nunavut, or he worked there or something.
Absolutely.
I mean, but Fontana was so relaxed. Did that not strike you as just remarkable? He's under arrest and he's so calm.
It really did. But also what struck me is that given that the Free Press did break this story and that a lot of the information, at least some of the preliminaries, were already within the public domain, our mayor seems absolutely gobsmacked at times when he's looking over the documents, as if this is some sort of great surprise to him.
But the documents at that point, this would have been fall of 2012, so those documents would have been 7-8 years old at that time, so maybe you can understand that a little bit. But and we had discussed this earlier. Do you think he's going to testify?
Well, I think that this is as much a political story as it is a criminal trial. And the mayor, if he's running for re-election, we don't know if that's going to happen yet or not, but he does owe the community an explanation for this. And I think for those reasons, I think that tilts it towards him testifying, and that he will want to have. He's always said he wanted his day in court. He's always said there's always going to be an explanation for all this. That has to come from Joe Fontana.
Well, whatever questions Londoners have, they will be answered by week's end. His lawyer, Gord Cudmore, suggests that this trial will be over by Thursday at the latest. On behalf of Jane, I'm Pat. Stay tuned at lfpress.com for all updates from the courthouse, and read the London Free Press all week for full trial coverage of Mayor Joe Fontana's criminal proceedings.